Today's lesson is called Everything You Didn't Know About the Olympics. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff.
My name is Roger, and as you know, everybody, the Olympics that were supposed to take place in Tokyo this year have been postponed until next year. But that can't stop us from talking about the Olympics, and today we're going to talk about some fun facts about the Olympic Games.
There you go. During our lesson on COVID-19 not too long ago, we alluded to this, that the Olympic Games were going to be postponed, okay? They were going to be held at a later date. They were originally scheduled to be held this summer, but yes, they had to postpone these Olympic Games, and it turns out that they are going to postpone them for an entire year. So the 2020 Summer Olympics will be held in 2021. How interesting. That should bring home just how significant COVID-19 has been. It takes a lot for people to cancel sporting events and to postpone things like the Olympics because, let's face it, these sporting events and things like the Olympics, they're kind of a big deal for everyone involved. Anyways, today our lesson is called Everything You Didn't Know About the Olympics. Hopefully, we'll talk more about the Olympics and some fun facts associated with the Olympics. Anyways, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll start reading about fun facts having to do with the Olympics.
Everything you didn't know about the Olympics. The 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo were unfortunately postponed due to the coronavirus pandemic. We'll have to wait till next summer to watch the games. But for now, let's take a look at some fun facts about the Olympics.
大家好，第一部分我们看到单字 unfortunately 这个字是副词，指可惜、不幸的、遗憾的。例如 I would love to buy this dress, but unfortunately, I can't afford it. 我很想买这件洋装，但很可惜我买不起。或是The concert is tomorrow night, but unfortunately, I won't be able to attend. 演唱会是明天晚上，但很遗憾的我无法参加。另外，这个字去掉字首 un， 就成了反义副词 fortunately， 指幸运的、幸好。像是 I thought I'd lost my phone, but fortunately, it was just under the desk. 我以为弄丢了手机，但是幸好只是掉在桌下。
Okay, so as I said earlier, the Olympics were supposed to take place in Tokyo this summer, but they're being postponed until next year. Let's talk about some fun facts about the Olympics or some things that you did not know about the Olympics or the Olympic Games. Now, here in the first paragraph, it says the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo were unfortunately postponed due to the coronavirus pandemic. So unfortunately, the bad thing is that they were postponed. Lots of people were looking forward to the Olympics. Lots of people were hoping that the coronavirus pandemic would go away before the Olympics took place, but unfortunately, they just didn't know that was going to happen, so they decided to, be safe about these things, and they decided to postpone the Olympics until next year.
Yeah, everybody stop traveling, okay? That's one of the things that you can do to help keep the coronavirus from spreading. Don't travel outside of your country. Don't travel outside of your neighborhood. Stay home as often as you can or as much as possible. So, yeah, something like the Olympics, that would be a bad idea. Don't hold the Olympics in the middle of this pandemic. You've got all these people traveling from all over the world to one place. Oh, my goodness, that would be a fantastic way for the coronavirus to start spreading once again. So, no, we're not going to take that particular risk. We're not going to hold the 2020 Olympic Games in 2020. We're going to postpone them. By the way, when we're talking about the Olympics, we're talking about that world-famous sporting event that takes place every 4 years. Athletes from all over the world, from hundreds of countries, they go to one place and they compete. Okay, these events, by the way, they take place every 4 years. There's a summer version of the Olympics and also a winter version of the Olympics. And yes, the 2020 Summer Olympics were going to be held in Tokyo, but sadly, they've been postponed. And you'll have to wait for 2021 to see the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games.
Although I believe they're still going to refer to them as the 2020 Olympics, even though they're going to occur in 2021. Well, let's move on now to the next paragraph here and find out how many times the Olympic Games have actually been canceled.
Only 5 modern Olympic Games have ever been canceled. This year is the first time in history that the Olympics have been postponed, but they have been canceled a few times before. From the outset of the modern Olympic Games in 1896, just 5 have been canceled, and only because of war. World War I led to the cancellation of the 1916 Summer Olympics, while both the Summer and the Winter Olympic Games in 1940, as well as those in 1944, were called off due to World War II.
第二部分我们看到形容词 outset 指开始、开端，常用 from or at the outset 来表示。例如There were problems with this project from the outset. 该专案打从一开始就有很多问题，或是 We'll need to hire 30 employees at the outset of the expansion. 扩展之初，我们将需要招募30名员工。接下来我们看到一个单字 cancellation， 这个字是名词，指取消、终止、作废。举例来说 The concert cancellations took place because 3 band members were sick.因为乐团成员有3人生病，所以演唱会取消了。另外，这个字去掉字尾 lation 就成了动词 cancel， 指取消、撤销，像是 cancel out 就表示抵消。我们可以说 The unusual amount of rain in the fall canceled out some of the effects of the dry summer. 秋天不寻常的雨量抵消了夏天干旱的部分影响。再来，我们看到片语Call off 表示取消、终止……例如 Why did you call the party off suddenly? 为何你突然取消了派对？
And we're back. Okay, so today we're talking about the modern Olympic Games. Why do we have to use this word modern? Because the Olympic Games that we know and love now, they're actually based on ancient Olympic Games that were held in ancient Greece a long, long time ago. The Olympics were a big deal in ancient Greece. I believe they used to tell time based on an Olympiad. Okay, what Olympiad are we in? What year in which Olympiad are we in? That's how they told time very often. So here we're talking about the modern Olympic Games, though, okay? These are the Olympic Games that someone brought back to life. They're like the Greek Olympic Games in some ways, but in others, they're totally different. I believe back in ancient Greece, competitors, they competed in the nude and there were a limited number of events, whereas the modern Olympics there, people perform clothed for the most part, and there are many, many different events that people can compete in.
Yeah, I think they just competed in the track and field events in the early days, but now they've got swimming and bicycling and wrestling and taekwondo. They got all sorts of fun stuff. But, of course, only 5 modern Olympic Games have ever been canceled. And this year is the first time in history that the Olympics have been postponed, but they have been canceled a few times before. So, yeah, postpone, that means you just put it off until a later date. We can't have them now, but we can still have the games in the future. We're not totally canceling them. We're just going to delay them for a while. They're going to be postponed, and that's what has happened this year. The 2020 Olympics are not going to be taking place this year. They're postponed until next year. But some Olympic Games have been canceled a few times in the past. And from the outset of the modern Olympic Games in 1896, just 5 have been canceled, and only because of war. Not because of pandemics or anything. They were canceled because of war. That's a pretty good guess. That was my guess, too, that they were canceled because human beings have this awful tendency to go off and try to shoot each other once in a while.
That's what war is all about. And since 1896, yes, there have been 2 world wars, and I imagine if the world is at war, you probably don't hold the Olympics. Yeah, you basically have no resources to spare, no people to spare. You're not going to hold the Olympics. You're going to continue fighting that world war. So there you go, the Olympic Games. The modern Olympic Games got their start in 1896. Okay, I know this because of the word outset. Okay, if you're talking about the outset of something, you're talking about the start or the beginning of that thing. Now, let's talk about world wars here. World War I led to the cancellation of the 1916 Summer Olympics, while both the Summer and Winter Olympics in 1940, as well as those in 1944, were called off due to World War II. So there you go. You had one cancellation there of the Summer Olympics in 1916, and then both the Summer and Winter Olympic Games were canceled in both 1940 and 1944. So there you go. Those are the 5 modern Olympic Games that were canceled in 1916, and then there were 2 games each canceled in 1940 and 1944.
Oh, no. So let's talk about the first one here. In 1916, the Summer Olympics were canceled. Or we had a cancellation of the 1916 Summer Olympics. That's because of World War I, which of course took place from 1914 until 1919 or something like that, somewhere in there. So during 1916, of course, that's when World War I was going on in Europe mostly. And the Summer Olympics had to be canceled, or there was a cancellation of them. Cancellation is the noun form, so yeah, it depends on how you're making your sentence. Cancellation or cancel. Again, cancel is the verb, cancellation is the noun. This led to the cancellation of the games in 1916. And then, of course, World War II was another problem.
World War II was a very big problem, a worldwide problem. It's basically the largest armed conflict in the history of mankind. Yeah, while this was raging and going on, they were probably not going to be holding the Olympics. Again, during a world war, you don't have men or women or resources to spare, so you don't hold an event like the Olympics. Everyone's at war. Everyone's fighting. No one is playing around or doing athletics or anything like that. So yes, they called off the Olympics due to World War II in 1940 and 1944 as well. Yes, if you call something off, let's say you had scheduled that thing and then you decide to not do that thing, or you cancel that particular event. So maybe you were going to have an art exhibition. You were going to put your art in a gallery so that everyone can see it. You went ahead and you scheduled the show and you told everyone about it, but the day before you get cold feet, you might say, nope, I don't want to do this. I'm calling off the exhibition. I'm canceling it. We will not be holding this particular exhibition.
Okay, that brings us to the end of the second part of our lesson for today. Let's move on now to the third part and not talk about cancellations, but let's talk about the medals themselves.
Gold medals aren't actually pure gold. Some may be surprised to learn that today's Olympic gold medals aren't actually made of gold, or at least not completely. Since 1912, the gold medals that winners obtain at the Games have been made mostly out of silver. They are only plated with around 6 grams of gold each, as it would cost too much to make them out of pure gold. Of course, the most important thing isn't what the medals are made of, but what they embody.
第三部分，我们看到一个单字 obtain， 这个字是动词，意思是获得、取得。我们可以说 You need to obtain permission before you can enter the room. 你需要获得许可才能进入那个房间。或是 Jessie obtained a visa from the immigration office. Jessie 从移民局取得一张签证。最后我们看到动词 embody， 指代表、体现、包含。举例来说The Great Gatsby is a novel that embodies the spirit of America in the 1920s. 大亨小传是部体现1920年代美国精神的小说。或是 The poems of 20 American poets were embodied in this anthology. 20位美国诗人的诗词收录在这本诗集里。
Okay, during the Olympic Games, people compete for medals, okay? If you get first place, you get a nice gold medal. If you get second place, you get a pretty good silver medal. And if you get third place, you get a bronze medal, which is, it's a medal, at least you get something. But everyone wants to get the gold. But get this, gold medals aren't actually pure gold. So if you get that gold medal, it's actually gold on the outside only. On the inside, there's something else.
I've always wondered that. Where do they get all the money to pay for those gold medals? They might not be gold medals, but actually golden medals. Usually the word golden describes the color of something that looks like it's gold, but gold itself refers to the actual metal, the actual element gold, which we all know and love. And some may be surprised to learn that today's Olympic gold medals aren't actually made of gold, or not completely. Since 1912, the gold medals that winners obtain at the games have been made mostly out of silver.
Wait a minute. So, second place people, they get a silver medal. But first place people, they're supposed to get a gold medal, but it's mostly silver. What gives?
It's kind of weird, yeah. You might think that, well, maybe a silver medal is just silver on the outside and then bronze on the inside.
And the bronze medal is bronze on the outside and like milk chocolate on the inside or something?
Yeah, maybe, or wood or something, who knows. But I think they're probably all silver or something. Silver, of course, is much cheaper than gold. It's more plentiful. So that's still something, though. At least it's gold on the outside. And gold, of course, as you know, can be sliced very thinly. So, yeah, you could just put a very narrow or a very shallow layer of gold on the outside, and it would still shine like gold. But in any case here, yeah, the gold medals are not completely made out of gold. Since 1912, the ones that the athletes obtain are mostly made out of silver. Now, here we've got the word obtain, which is just another word to get or to receive.
There you go. If you obtain something, you get that thing, usually because you've had to do something, okay? So here, these athletes, they've had to compete. They've worked hard to get or to obtain these medals. Anyways, why are these gold medals not made entirely out of gold? Why are they not made of solid gold? Why are they only gold-plated, so to speak? It turns out that a pure gold medal would just be too expensive. Yes, it says in the next sentence, these gold medals, are only plated with around 6 grams of gold each, as it would cost too much to make them out of pure gold. This would become way too expensive.
That's right. So they're just gold-plated, which means the gold is just on the outside. You might have a watch, that has gold on the outside, but it's probably just gold-plated. If you scrape off the gold, there's going to be nickel or iron underneath that, maybe just stainless steel or something like that. So again, they're just gold-plated with only 6 grams of gold. And yeah, it's too expensive to make them out of solid or pure gold. And of course, the most important thing isn't what the medals are made of, but what they embody. So yeah, you're wearing that medal and you're on the award stand there at the Olympics, and the cameras are trained on you and they can see your medal. But who cares if it's silver on the inside, because you can see the gold on the outside, and that's good enough. All that glitters is not gold.
Yes, it's not the gold that matters. It's what that medal embodies, what it represents. Many Olympic athletes have given their entire lives to prepare for the Olympics. So when they're finally there on the pedestal, when they have that gold medal around their neck, they're not thinking, oh, I can't believe this medal's only gold-plated. Oh my gosh, I feel like I've been ripped off. They're thinking, I've succeeded. I've achieved what I wanted to achieve, what I've put my life towards. I've been able to do that. I feel great. This medal represents all that hard work that I put into this goal that I have just achieved. By the way, I've heard that when the Olympics are over, or when people are done with their events and they go back to the Olympic Village where the athletes live during the games, once people are done done with their events, the Olympic Village turns into probably the greatest party on planet Earth. You have a bunch of athletes who have put their entire lives into one thing, preparing for the Olympics, and now they're done, and they can relax, and they decide to party. So they say that that's the best party in the world. You've got a bunch of athletes there who've got nothing to do anymore. They've done their Olympic thing, and they can finally relax for one time in their lives. They spent the rest of their lives practicing and working hard, and now they've finally done, what they set out to do. So they party hard.
Yeah, imagine that's a party with the world's greatest athletes all gathered together. That must be quite a party. They must have some very interesting things to tell each other, some great jokes to pass around. But in any case here, yes, indeed, it's not the medal that counts, it's what's inside. You know, it's like what they say about gifts. You know, it's not the present itself, it's the thought behind it. So indeed, the most important thing is what the medals embody, which means basically what they mean.
What they mean or what they represent. Anyways, folks, with that, it is time for us to say bye-bye for now. But don't worry, don't fret. The Chinese teacher is waiting in the wings.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。课文第3部分提到，现在的奥运金牌其实不是黄金打造的，至少它不是纯金的。从1912年起，获胜者在奥运赛上所赢得的金牌呢，大多都是用银制作的。那我们这边就来介绍表达由什么什么制成的几种方式。像第一种，我们用 be made of， 它是用来说明构成的材质原料，你从成品外观看得出它的制作原料，就像我们看到一张石桌啊、石椅，就会知道它是石头做的嘛。好，举例来说 The coffee table is made of wood， 这张咖啡桌是木质的。好，第二个方式是用 be made from， 它是用来说明产品的来源，那你从成品外观看不出原料，就像我们在米酒里面你看不到米了嘛，那或者是说这个制作原料从这个原料呢到成品，它的本质已经改变了。例如 The cheese is made from goat's milk， 这种 cheese 它是由山羊奶制成的。那么第三种表达方式 be made with， 它是用来说明所含的原料成分，并没有强调它的制作过程，而这个句型我们常常会用来描述食材原料，像是 The bread is made with whole wheat flour， 这种面包是由全麦面粉制成的。好，那么课文里面还用到 make A out of B， 是说用 B 来做成 A， 那它的被动语态是 A be made out of B。 好，这样的句型它是在强调制作过程可能材质它有经过转变了。举例来说 These candle holders are made out of wine bottles， 这些烛台是用酒瓶做成的。好，那么刚刚说获胜者赢得的金牌呢，这时候课文用到的单字是 obtain， 它是用来表达获得、取得。那我们来学它的字首字根。好， T-A-I-N 这个字根它有 hold 或者是 keep 的意思，表示保留、持有、维持。那么在 obtain 这个字当中，它的字首 O-B 是用来强调语气，那么 T-A-I-N 表示持有，合在一起 obtain 就是取得、获得。那顺便补充其他有相同字根的单字，像第一个 sustain S-U-S-T-A-I-N， 它的字首 S-U-S 它表示在下方，那么 T-A-I-N 表示维持。同学们可以试着想，在下方维持着、支撑着，这就像是当后盾一样嘛，所以 sustain 它有这种维持、支持、支撑或者是供养的意思。好，那么第二个补充的是 retain R-E-T-A-I-N， 它的字首 R-E 表示 back 往回，字根 T-A-I-N 表示 hold 保留，所以合在一起 hold back， 这个 retain 它就有保留、保存的意思咯。那么第三个补充的是 detain D-E-T-A-I-N， 它的字首 D-E 表示离开，那么 T-A-I-N 表示保留，把要离开的人事物把它保留下来、强留下来，也许你就可以联想到 detain 它有拘留、扣押的意思咯。好，那么以上今天重点整理，我们回顾今天的单字吧。
Olympics. She competed in the Olympics as a figure skater and won several gold medals. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, we were late to the airport and missed our flight. Outset. There have been many problems with this computer from the outset. Cancellation. Bad weather caused many flight cancellations this week. Obtain. Kelsey's goal is to obtain a higher income at her next job. Embody. A national flag should embody the spirit and values of the country.
Okay, everyone. With that, today's article is now complete. But, as always, we sure hope that you guys have enjoyed reading along with us. Anyways, I'm Jeff.
I am Roger.
See you next time.